lovely Epiphone Wildkat Royale. The reason I got this thing was all because of this damn magazine that Sweetwater sends out to take all my money. You know, it's one of those things. It's like a phone book, and it's nothing but gear. I came across the page for the Wildkat Royale and last issue that went out. I guess it was the winter issue, and I placed an order around December, or actually no, I lied. Around March, and I waited months for this thing to come. And I'm usually never one to buy a guitar without actually picking up and physically playing it. But you know, when I came to the picture of this thing over here actually, and I saw this, there's something about it. It was just ridiculous looking. I'm not really an Epiphone guitar kind of guy. I'm more of, you know, into my Gibsons and whatnot. But there was just something about this guitar that it was just the greatest looking thing I've seen in a while. I usually like my guitars all beat to hell, older. You know, definitely have some wear and tear on them, not super shiny and all nice and gold. And this thing came, and no picture or video can really do justice to how ridiculously amazing this thing looks. And luckily, it sounds and plays and was set up perfectly right out of the box. I haven't touched anything yet. There's a few things I will change, which I'll get to in a second. But this, yeah, it is pretty ridiculous. It was definitely worth the wait. It's extremely affordable for what you get. When I got it, it was around like $350. I think they might have raised the price to like $400 now. But yeah, I mean, I've always wanted a hollow body guitar. You know, Gibson like 335s or 355s are, you know, they're awesome guitars, but they're, you know, also several $1,000s, which, you know, I wasn't about to drop on that. If I have a few $1,000s to spend on a guitar, I'm probably going to end up getting like some kind of older Strat or Tele, just more my style. But when I saw this thing and the price, and it's unique, it's not like an Epiphone version of a Gibson guitar. Like, you know, they did Epiphone Teles, Epiphone Flying V's and SGs and all that. This is like a unique design to Epiphone. So you know, that's kind of cool. It's not like trying to be something else. I know they've had the Wildkat around for a while in different colors, but now I guess the Royale is the nice gold hardware. And I don't know if you can really make out the binding, but the binding is like this like gold speckled stuff all around. So it's not just like a normal wood binding like you see on like a Les Paul or like a, you know, a traditional hollow body. It has like a gold fleck. It's real subtle until you're up close. It's kind of cool. It's got a Epiphone custom shop stamp on the back. And what's really cool is it's got the old school like Epiphone like throwback Art Deco-ish badge on the headstock. So it's definitely kind of cool. You know, I'm always a sucker for Bigsby's, and you know, this thing coming with P90s and a nice gold Bigsby right out of the box, it instantly sold me. So I had to just, you know, go with my gut and just order it without playing the thing, which, you know, I highly don't recommend. But in this case, luckily it paid out. I figured at worst, you know, I would just have to tweak some things once I got it. But luckily so far I haven't changed anything. There is one thing I will change, which I'll get to in a second. But yeah, plug it in and go through some. First, I just have it running through Egnater Tweaker 15 with a vintage 30 cab. I have it running through a TC Hall of Fame reverb just to give it a little bit of wetness. But this is on neck pickup, just dry. So switch over to bridge. Definitely got more of that, almost like a, I don't know don't want to say the word twang, but you know, can definitely rock out some country on this. That was it with a little bit of clean sounds. Up the gain a little bit on my amp, so it's like right on the edge of breakup. And you can definitely hear this thing's getting a little bit more bite. That's definitely probably my favorite setup to be playing this with. It's just using like the amp just at the edge of breakup. Although it does sound really well going through some of the pedals, you just have to be careful with feedback. So here's like a reference, just E minor, just with the amp's gain. Now I'm going to hit it with an EP booster, just to give it like a clean boost. So you can hear there's definitely some nice sustain in the P90s. And I would try with a little bit of fuzz. Well, a lot of bit of fuzz. So much for tapping on semi-hollow body. But like I said, I mean, my favorite is just right on the edge of breakup. You know, it just really comes alive. What's also really handy is you know, this Bigsby, the arm on this thing can be a pain in the ass and kind of get in the way of your volume and tone knobs, which are down here around the 1F hole. So what Epiphone did, they kind of, I mean, it's basically just a rip-off from Gretsch. They just put an overall master volume right here, which is like perfectly easy to reach without having to worry about getting your arm caught up in the arm of the Bigsby. So that's pretty handy, especially for like volume swells and things like that. So, I mean, all in all, this thing is awesome. I love it. It sounds great. It feels great. It has a nice beefy neck. There is, I mean, a few issues I have with it. I mean, one's pretty minor. Well, I shouldn't say minor, but it's easily fixable. You know, Bigsby's are notorious for how much of a pain in the ass it is to keep guitars in tune with them. So the first thing I'm doing is putting in a Shaler roller bridge, which, I mean, it's like a $60 replacement bridge, which will just drop in and, I mean, just stabilize the tuning 100 times more than this thing will. So that's a definite fix. I mean, I like these pickups as is. I know a lot of people really like the Lala P90s. The issue is with these Dogear gold pickup covers. From what I've read online, the pickup's pretty much like almost like soldered to these covers, so it's a real pain in the ass to take them out and replace it. There's actually a separate section on Lala's website about like if you have these kind of pickups on this model guitar, you pretty much have to send it to them. And I forget what he charges, but it was pretty expensive just to rebuild the pickups basically with his P90s in them and send them back to you. So, I mean, for now, I'm leaving them as is. The bridge is definitely going to get replaced, that's for damn sure. The only other negative to this guitar is that it doesn't come with any kind of case at all. And, you know, being that it's a hollow body, you don't really want to have it. You don't really want to use a gig bag because, you know, this thing gets like dropped or stepped on or something like that. I mean, you know, this thing's definitely not like a Les Paul, which can take a beating. This thing will probably crack. So Epiphone has like they have a hard shell case that's made specifically for this guitar. I think it's like $100. I could be wrong. It could be like 80 or 100. But I mean, yeah, definitely, you know, hit up a guitar store, check these out. You know, someplace like Musician's Friend, for example, always has coupons for their sales, especially right now, 4th of July weekend. There's a shit ton of sales going on, so you can probably score one of these like 20-30% off, or like, you know, take off like a certain amount of money depending on what you spend. So you can probably find them pretty cheap. You know, I mean, I love this thing. This thing's just like made for playing blues stuff, and it sounds pretty good, you know, with the heavier stuff as well. So, you know, if you don't want to drop $2,000 on a, you know, a 335 or anything like that, definitely pick one of these up for, you know, $350-400. They're amazing. I'm sure you will enjoy them. If you have any other questions, feel free to you know, hit me up on here. See you guys.